But if I had the money, I'd pay somebody. Just give me the food. Just give me the food. I'll eat it. Just you make it. You tell me, you think about the calories in it, the macros, the micros, all that good stuff. And just hand me the meal already prepared and I just eat it. So let's just take a minute to talk about this food thing. Meal prepping, eating healthy, not restricting yourself too deeply. It's a lot, y'all. It is a lot. So I'm sitting here now trying to put together my grocery list, and I have decided to try and make an attempt to go back to a caloric deficit and calorie counting. Because the scale is like I said, I'm not focused too much on the scale, but I do want to lose weight. I don't want the scale to be in the twos anymore, you know. So the goal is to create this caloric deficit. It is a lot that goes into it. That's why I probably move more away from it, because when you sit down, once it's done, it's done. But once you sit down and have to put it all together, it can become overwhelming. Y'all know I got anxiety. It drives my anxiety straight through the roof. I almost wish I can, like, literally, if I had the money to. I don't, which is why I'm sitting here, just like everybody else, having to do my own breakdown. But if I had the money, I'd pay somebody. Just give me the food. Just give me the food. I'll eat it. Just you make it. You tell me, you think about the calories in it, the macros, the micros, all that good stuff. And just hand me the meal already prepared and I just eat it. That's a goal. Once I get to that financial state, I ain't cooking no more. Well, I'm gonna cook because I like to cook. But when it comes to meal prep and keeping all that, no, I'm gonna pay somebody to do that. Because we just not gonna do this. But since I can't pay nobody to do that now, let's just talk about it for a second. So I went through and I calculated all my stuff. It's a lot of calculations. Let me just put this disclaimer out there. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a doctor. I am not a dietitian. I am not your personal trainer. I am not your personal chef. I ain't none of that. I'm all that for me and for me only. So if you gonna start any type of meal planning, prepping, calorie counting, all that fun stuff, consult your doctor, talk to your nutritionist, your whatever, yourself, whatever. I'm not her. This is all for me and for reference purposes only. Got it? Good. Okay. So let's get into it. So when it comes to calculations, just use a calculator online. All that going through the BMR times your activity levels, and then calculating your activity levels and your TDEE. It's a lot. Just use, there are thousands of calculators. One thing I realized about calculators though, all of them give you different numbers. So what I kind of like to do, I'll go in and get like 3 or 4 different numbers, because they're usually always about the same. And then I'll just find what is it called? I'll just find the average of all 3. So for instance, like one said I need to eat 2,300 calories and the other said I needed to eat 2,500 calories. So we're just going to go with 2,400 calories, for the next 2 weeks and see how this goes. So I calculated mine. I don't know what that was. What was that? Whatever. So I calculated mine, my macros. I'm not doing any specific if it fits my macros and all that stuff. Just eat what I know. I'm going to actually go through and plan each meal. I try to stay away from this, but y'all, this week we gotta do something different. So what I'm gonna do is my calorie intake is $2,400. No, 2,400 calories per day. My protein is 203 grams per day. That is a lot. My fat is 65 grams per day. My carbs is 232 grams per day. We're going to play around with those numbers in the weeks to come. but I'm going to stick with this for the next week or two, or probably for the next 2 weeks, to see how I'm feeling, to see the scale, to see the inches, to see the fat loss, all of that fun stuff. So, like I said, you can play around with your numbers. You literally are seeing what fits you, what makes you feel good. I don't really dip under 2,000 calories because I'm a thicker girl. Even when I was 185, I still was eating about 2,300 calories because of the activity levels and what I do. If you're just doing a light 10 to 15 minute workout, then yes, you probably could dip under that 2,000 calorie mark, because remember, 3,500 calories equals a pound. So if you want to lose a pound a week, you take off 500 calories per day. It's always about calories in, calories out. It's so simple, but it's not easy. Read your labels. I went through and wrote down a list of things that I like to eat for breakfast, what I like to eat for lunch and dinner, and snacks, like things that I just truly enjoy. Because like I said, you are not going to maintain this weight loss if you go too restrictive and you just start cutting out everything. But choose foods that you actually enjoy eating. Do not go out here and say, oh, fish is high in protein, so I'm going to eat a bunch of fish, when you're not a fish eater. That don't make sense, because you're not going to be able to maintain it long term. You're not going to be able to stick to it long term. So choose foods that you know that you like. If you like burgers, calculate in the burger, calculate in the bun, everything you like to eat on that burger. Even if you have to, okay, maybe if I want this burger, I'm going to trade it out for a lettuce wrap burger, or I'm going to get the thinner buns. Or hey, if I want a burger, I'm going to just eat this burger, calculate those carbs, and decrease the carbs in other meals so I can have my burger. So, like I said, if you want the fries, just weigh out the fries. Don't sit here and eat a whole bowl full of fries. Like, weigh out your fries and just eat it, calculate it in. If you're over, take something away from another meal. If you're under, add something in. Do not go out here. Well, I don't want to say tell you what to do, but for me, I'm not going to be out here saying, yeah, so I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm going to eat salad every day. Like, I like salads, but I like my salads loaded. One easy way that I feel to get a lot of stuff in is through a salad, because shockingly, it's filling. If you find a dressing that you really like for instance, if you like ranch, measure out your ranch and add some water to thin it out so it'll spread a little further. You know, like 2 tablespoons of ranch is like 100 and something calories. So just mix in a little bit of water. You just really want the flavor of the ranch, for real, for real. Most people drown their salads in ranch, and I'm like, you might as well should have ate a burger and fries for the amount of calories that you're just about to get out of this ranch. Like, when I did lose my initial 80 pounds, I was calculating and calorie counting and looking at stuff, but I was doing it very restrictive. This time around, like I said, I am not restricting. If I want wings, I'm gonna have wings, but I don't have to buy a 10 or 12 piece wing. I can get a 6-piece wing. I can get a kids meal. If you really want something, like, get the kids meal version of it. It's smaller portions. The kids meal portion sizes are usually like what the adults should be eating, and the kids should be eating even less than that, but we're not gonna get into all that. Do not beat yourself up about it. Just don't eat all of it. You ain't gotta sit there and stuff your face. Slow down on your eating. Well, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna slow down on my eating. Is how much of it are you eating? If it's a visual thing for you, if you feel like if you got 2 or 3 slices of pizza in front of you and you gotta eat all 3, how about you get 1 slice of pizza and cut it in half so it'll feel like 2? Like, little things like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, just take little baby steps. So anyways, I think that's enough ranting. So we are going to see how this rolls. I was coming in to do a check-in. How are y'all doing when it comes to, if you're on a weight loss journey, if you're on any type of fitness journey, if you're just trying to get healthier? How's everything going with y'all? Let me know in the comments, and I will talk to y'all next week. I'm trifling though. I don't think I put one out last week, but it's okay though. It's okay. We gonna get consistent. We are going to get consistent, but consistency comes with discipline. And don't make no excuses, because nobody cares about your excuses. All right. See y'all later.